One member of the Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council, Sanjeev Sanyal, joins me now. Sanjeev, hi, good evening, and thank you for coming this evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Sanjeev, this budget, you know, some people have said there is no singular headline in the budget. No one big announcement. Not one big fiscal surprise or a taxation surprise. It wasn't a major event in that sense, is the critique. I would like you to respond to that first.
Well, I mean, ultimately the budget is a fiscal document. We have had a huge slew of reforms recently, the labor reforms, the European Union, India, FTA. So there have been a whole bunch of announcements on the economic front. The fiscal document should obviously, given that growth is, running at over 7%, inflation is not an issue. If we are not going to right now invest into macroeconomic stability, where will we? So if you look at the fiscal consolidation that's carried out, we are now seeing the fiscal deficit down to 4.3%. The debt to GDP ratio is now running a little above 55%, significantly down from the spike during COVID. So all of this is happening during a time when the rest of the world is facing serious problems maintaining macroeconomic stability and debt dynamics. So I think the main signal that is being sent is that, look, we have decent growth and very controlled inflation right now. We are investing in the foundations of macro stability. And by the way, it's not just the fiscal. Just 2 days ago, the economics survey also came out and showed that the net NPA levels of the banking system is down at 0.5%, the lowest in a long time. So macro stability is the first signal being sent, and therefore you've also seen no populist reveries for state elections either.
No populist reveries for state elections?
State elections.
But doesn't that happen at a state level nowadays? Because every political party is competing at a state level. And that's not stopping even in Bengal or Assam or anywhere else.
Maybe. Maybe the case, but the central government, as you can see, has clearly signaled macro stability as being an important anchor for the next 25 years of growth. You very often don't give enough credit to macro stability, except when things go wrong and inflation goes spiraling out or something like that. But to have sustained the world's highest GDP growth rates with inflation being essentially non-existent, in fact, some may argue even that it's too low, is a very creditable performance.
Sanjeev, the government announced a tax holiday for any foreign company that provides cloud services to global customers and to Indian customers through Indian reseller entities. Essentially, the idea seems to be at data sovereignty, but what was interesting was that this was all the way to 2047, which means there's a long-term view, that we need to take a long-term view. This is the government's position. This is not today's government's position. This is the position of the government of India. Could this, first of all, I want you to explain that to some of our panelists, everyone who's here. Subhranshu, right? We'd love to hear. Sushil Kedia is with us. Lokesh is with us. Am I asking the right question on this? Absolutely. You want to add something on that? Subhranshu wants to add something on that. Yes, Subhranshu, yeah.
Sanyal is absolutely right. I think this is a method budget. It's played in the test cricket style, not T20. I think there's an eye on the second horizon as well. There was nothing knee-jerk. There was nothing reflexive. There's no panic. Modi 3.0 seems to be very poised, very comfortable in its skin. I think the purpose of the budget is not to tickle the market on any given day. So I think this is reflecting for the long term. And,
I take that. But my point was to you, particularly, Sanjeev, that why take this tax holiday all the way up to 2047?
Well, this is a strategic call. So let me explain. You see, we have this huge digital industry. We all love our software and IT industry. But let us be very clear. We are vulnerable in very fundamental ways. Much of all of this AI and all these kinds of things that we are doing are not happening out of servers that are based in India, which is almost like keeping your foreign exchange reserves in somebody else's vaults. If they want to switch it off, they'll switch it off. So, you can invest all you want in defense. If in a digital world, switching your digital system off is good enough. Now, of course, we will invest in it ourselves, but having some of this based physically in India is, I think, a geostrategic investment. It's not merely an economic thing. It's a geostrategic investment thing. So I think we do need to give investors, including foreign investors, enough visibility to be willing to put serious money on the ground on this.